into your eyes, I see the colors of your soul, and I recognize every single line, every single roadblock. We are two hearts that beat in time. In the towers, looking down all night, blocking out the sun that we need. Maybe we can change our stripes and colors. You're the only one I see. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. Sleep through the sunrise. Look into my past and I count the numbers of the dreams that I left behind. I don't even care now that I've discovered a new kind of peace of mind. Up above us, looking down on us, there's an angel I know. We don't need to worry or discuss much. It's time for me to hit the road. I'll take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. Sleep through the sunrise. Take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. And I take it all or nothing at all. Driving through the night till I'm at your door. Go outside, stay up all night. Sleep through the sunrise.
When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you're lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh, here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life, we're still breathing. Standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and clean our throat.
skies, dreaming big and aiming high. Name the clouds passing by, wishing we run away.
All we need is our passports, baby. Leave the rest in our troubled minds. Let us go down in laughter, baby. Trying to figure out what we're after.
We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. Book a plane, fly away. We will never be the same. And as long as you are mine, come on and run away. We wanna run away.
We don't need any reasons, baby. Leave it all for the faded hearts. I don't mind if they call us crazy, 'cause they don't understand what we're after.
We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. We're no kids no more. I need to feel alive in this dreadful town. I'm running out of time, and as long as you're mine, I wanna run away. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after.
chatting. I just step up and make it happen. It's a lifestyle. Living young and restless, yeah, we quite wild. If I want it, I'ma get it talking right now. And I ain't got no regrets, it's my time now. Lights out when you see us talking moves. You don't know that's the topic. And if you talking juice, well then you know I got it. Then you know I got it. Nobody got it like me. know.
They can try, but can do it like Vinny. Yeah, no permission. I got it.
and I'll take it. Yeah, reminding myself to just let go. Don't wonder how far I can fall. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. Never look down, never fade out. Never fade out. Don't look down, never fade out. And I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on. Never look down, never fade out. Never fade out.
das gute Gefühl, wenn du bereit bist. Schon bereit, immer noch bereit. Bereit. Bereit aufzustehen. Der Mut zusammenzunehmen und
fest daran zu glauben.
weil heute ist dein Tag.
Mein erster Schultag.
Bereit, sich zu beweisen.
Ich kann das.
Bereit für den nächsten Schritt. Für neue Projekte. Und die Möglichkeiten der vernetzten Welt.
Darum reden wir mit unseren Kunden nicht einfach über Technik, sondern sagen ihnen, was sie davon haben.
Darum sind wir da oben.
Auch in einem Bergdörfli?
Mit drinnen und auch da unten. Damit die Schweiz bereit ist. Damit Sie bereit sind. Bereit fürs Leben.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
La sensation d'être prêt. Déjà prêt, toujours prêt. Prêt? Prêt à se lever, à prendre son courage à deux mains et...
Croire dur comme fer.
Aujourd'hui, c'est ton jour.
Mon premier jour d'école.
Prêt à relever le défi.
Ça, j'arrive.
Prêt pour la prochaine étape. Pour de nouveaux projets et pour les possibilités d'un monde connecté.
C'est pour ça qu'avec nos clients, on ne parle pas que de technique. On leur dit aussi ce qu'elle leur apporte.
Parce que nous sommes là-haut.
Jusqu'au village des plus reculés.
À tous les niveaux et tout en bas. Pour que la Suisse soit prête. Pour que vous soyez prêts. Prêts pour la vie.
Came from the darkest regions, wrapped in a cloak of light. Minus the focus heights, I'm trying to get my opens right. Throw my doubts aside, I climb the mountainside. And when I reach the peak, the view I see will not be fly. Feel the pressure, but it's relative to the man I measure. No time for hesitation, finally time to step up. And when you're feeling deep in your bones and your soul, you're fed up. You're close to the glass ceiling, keep your head up. See your dreams as a goal, that's how I'm seeing mine. Achieve my full potential, let all the demons pre my shine.
Ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy, huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Swisscom Heroleague. My name is Remo, and as every week, I'm joined by Kairos.
That's my name.
Yeah, how are you?
Hello. Doing fine, doing mighty fine. Again, ready for some CS, of course.
Sounds good. I'm ready as well. Looks like we have some beautiful matches coming up today. As always, you were the guys actually voting for the first match, so you basically decide on yourself if it's going to be good or not. So I guess let's quickly have a look at actually our first match and the lineup of today. As soon as the production is ready, maybe we just kind of stress them out.
We could also already spoiler what it's going to be.
Yeah, we can do that. So
it'll be indeed actually I think between the third and fourth placed teams at the moment, which would be of course Fragbox and Sparks. And as we say that, we are going into the schedule of tonight, and as I've already mentioned, Sparks versus Fragbox will be our first matchup of the evening, followed then by Flying Hirsch versus Kings. The second one could be a bit of a rough one, couldn't it?
Especially for Flying Hirsch, so let's see if... Yeah, Kings looking obviously pretty damn good compared to Flying Hirsch. I think they've only won one game so far, so...
I do believe that is indeed true. Of course, going up against Kings, as always, not an easy task.
Yeah.
But who knows, maybe they can surprise, can go for a bit of an upset. But I indeed truly believe that the first match of the evening, probably the most exciting one, or the more exciting one.
Definitely, yeah.
Sparks versus Fragbox. Sparks, of course, with a very nice showing here in the first season. Against Fragbox Gaming, who are battling quite well for the top spots, especially with a very significant round difference.
Yeah.
In the plus of I think somewhere close to 30 difference.
Around there, yeah.
If memory serves correctly, but either way, very solid teams, very well prepared, definitely ready to duke it out tonight. And we'll have a quick look at the standings.
And as you said it, Sparks is pretty good. They also beat My Insanity.
My God, my memory was on point. Yes, indeed, that was actually quite impressive, I think, or at least for me, that was. But then again, we have to admit that My Insanity, as of right now, well, obviously they haven't really played all that much.
No.
Unfortunately, so it might very well be a little bit skewed still.
Yeah.
And their second to last place certainly not fully deserved, I would say.
Yeah, probably. But as you said it as well, not that much of playtime for My Insanity so far. They do have 2 matches today, off stream both.
Yes.
So chance for them to catch up, and after that we will probably kind of be enlightened on how the table really looks like.
Probably, yeah.
But either way, Fragbox and Sparks Esports, a top match today. And I'm actually, just like you, pretty impressed by Sparks so far.
Yep.
Imagine them winning the game today. That more or less already means playoffs.
Yeah.
If I'm correct.
Absolutely. And quite frankly, I would absolutely see that as a possibility.
Yeah.
Fragbox, certainly, they have played very well so far. But Sparks, they're so hot and they're so ready to mix things up here in the league. I fully believe that they are prepared as you can be.
Yeah.
So I'd give them decent chances actually to beat Fragbox today.
And for the second match, Kings versus Flying Hirsch. We can see it. Kings has a point difference of 66 rounds.
Slightly absurd. But then again, I mean, what can you say? They're just...
That's like 4 matches winning to 0.
They're just banging.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Kings obviously the top dog, and certainly even if not the team to beat, because let's face it, it's going to be close to impossible for Flying Hirsch, but certainly the team where you can kind of set the standard for yourself and have a good benchmark, I'd say, where of where you stand and whether you can hang actually with the best, or whether you truthfully belong a little bit further down the pecking order.
Yeah, definitely. So let's head back to the actual match of today, Fragbox Gaming versus Barks. And we can already see the players on the server, and they can take one thing away, which is Sparks Esports will indeed be playing with a stand-in. But the stand-in is actually Dance, which is...
It's not a bad stand-in.
No,
not
I'd
at all.
love to have him as a stand-in.
That's first world problems right there.
So let's have a look at the Sparks Esports Switzerland lineup, which is Anna, Sherby, Magix, Dudi, and Archon. I said they have a stand-in, but actually I'm wrong. It's Fragbox probably with the stand-in. I'm not. No, but Dance has the Sparks tag. So
yes.
So who's missing? Let's quickly have a look. Anna is here. Magic is here as well. Dudi is missing, right? Yeah, Dudi is missing. So...
No, Anna is missing.
No, Anna is on the server. Top right.
Oh, wait. I see. Okay.
Maybe he's a coach.
We have...
apparently
we have mixed teams. Apparently, Fragbox and Sparks, they should probably sort out their team constellations then.
Probably, yeah. Maybe Dance is acting as a coach, and as we all know, coaches are pretty strong these days.
I wonder where you're getting at.
I'm just saying, it's like they have a lot of information about the game.
Certainly,
so
certainly in some circles, absolutely, no debate there.
So yeah, let's actually go ahead and see what Fragbox's lineup looks like. Well, we're just messing around a little bit. DKH, Dog, Namex, Red Virus, and Mush. That's why I meant Dance could be playing for Fragbox, because Dance has been playing together with Mush for a long time.
True.
So yeah. Also to everyone tuning in, maybe a quick shout out for not watching Big versus Heroic in the ESL Pro Series, but watching actual good CS, actual Swiss CS, that's awesome. And if you would like to participate in the stream, as always, use the hashtag ESL Swiss, and you will be joined here in the studio with us. And we will see your tweet, we will answer to it, and Kairos might even dance.
Pardon me? That's not in the contract,
Okay.
and I can assure you, you will be spared from that. This is not going to happen.
Okay. Talking about Dance, we just got confirmation. Dance is indeed the coach of Sparks Esports, so he will be doing his stuff.
You see, Sparks is serious about this. They're fielding a coach. They're on point.
Yeah,
absolutely, and I do believe it certainly shows.
And Dance is pretty experienced, so having him as a coach is not a bad idea, definitely.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. Certainly in our local scene, what would you call it? An Urgestein in German.
An Urgestein in English, you mean?
Like well, English is hard.
Pretty old guy.
And I'm throwing in the towel. Yeah.
An old experienced guy.
Experienced, certainly.
Boomer.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. But we are apparently ready for the map vetoes. And indeed, it will be Inferno to start things off with, followed by Dust 2. Two classics, a good matchup.
Yeah,
I do believe. I always like to see them, and obviously two maps yet again that tell you quite a lot about the team. So obviously we already know a little bit about the teams, but yeah, Inferno and Dust 2. two very different maps, super cool, super exciting, and a little bit of everything in our first matchup tonight.
I haven't. Did we already see Sparks on Inferno? We haven't seen Fragbox at all, or like.
That is true.
We too.
Yes.
I'm not sure about our French casters, but or Romandy casters.
Oh, now I would have to pick my brain. That's not gonna happen. So I'm not gonna make a statement on that.
Right. But did we see Fragbox Sparks on Inferno so far? Don't think so.
We certainly casted them on the first game day.
Yeah. But that was Vertigo.
That was
if
Vertigo.
I'm not mistaken.
For sure. And there might actually have been Dust too, or
no, it was Vertigo and Nuke. The first
match
day. Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Absolutely.
And then we casted Kings versus Red Instinct. There we had Inferno, for sure.
Yep.
Inferno and Dust 2 last week.
That is true.
So don't
indeed.
think.
No. So yeah, a new light being shown. Well, Sparks is going to show us a different side.
All right.
Of themselves.
Oh, you wanted to make a joke with light and Spark?
No. I wasn't go there. I wasn't going to go there. That's too early. Too early on in our broadcast for very terrible jokes and puns. We'll get there eventually. No worries.
Well, they know. They watch us every week.
Obviously, so yeah. So there we go. You know what you're in for, and you know what you signed up for.
Yeah.
And apparently, we are about to get ready for our first matchup of the evening. I'm very much looking forward to it. Super excited.
Here.
And can't wait to get in the server.
Just a few seconds before we jump into the server, predictions?
I do believe in Sparks.
All right.
Gotta hand it to the boys. I'm rooting for them tonight.
All right. I'm gonna say the same, actually. And I'm gonna say to a scoreline. So here we are, beautiful observer cam. Just quickly showing us around. There are the wine bottles, so to speak. And the teams are actually, besides that, deciding on the side already. Fragbox is probably gonna start on the CT side.
Yeah, I would assume so. Probably a safe bet.
Yeah, there we go. The CT side it is, and the teams are ready. And as always, I'm kind of having a look at who's gonna buy a smoke or a flash or something like that. Any shenanigans. Or who's gonna drop the dual Beretta? No one.
2 flashes in the smoke on the T side. Obviously, quick execute in the making. I'm very happy that Dog decided to pick up a kit as well. That's also good indicator on what the teams are counting on. And apparently the CT is totally ready for a retake, and some nice aggression down middle here from Red Virus. I very much like that.
Did get a headshot, and he actually managed to get away, so the boys here towards the second mid are a little bit slow to actually catch him off guard. So he's now back on site together with Namex and able to actually defend it.
And Sparks Esports, they are certainly taking their time here, and obviously they by now found out that the CTs have retreated very carefully deep into the site. Flash out middle, and the push on the A side is commencing. First frag is going to go the way of Namek for Fragbox Gaming, and Virus chimes in as well. But the bomb is about to get planted.
Yeah, bomb is planted, 2 versus 4. Both teams tagging each other, but with just 1 player left, Namex is gonna finish him off and get the first round for Fragbox. I liked the idea of doing a lot of aggression towards Banana and then going A, but to me it felt like Red Virus should have died definitely there in middle.
Yeah, I guess so. Then again, of course, Namex staying alive in pit, it's gonna make things very uncomfortable for the already set up T's having to defend against so many angles at the same time. That's very much difficult to deal with. But in all fairness, I guess the plant in itself is already a small victory here for Sparks Esports, and they will be set up and ready to go in the next round.
Ooh, I like that. Namex already pushed on Banana. He saw one player, but he has a lot of control now. They do know all the T's are around their spawn and second mid. And with that, it's going to be very hard for Sparks to actually do anything at all right now. Quick headshots from Virus. 3 versus 5. They still have a lot of control, so...
Yeah, the T's absolutely boxed in. No chance whatsoever. Never had one in this round. Fragbox Gaming deciding the pace here in the second round. And rightly so, after all, with the SMGs.
Dog is about to face 2 players. He saw both of them, I think.
Ooh.
Crossfire is not really working out. But DKH is here. Takes down one and will probably take down the second one as well.
Yeah, DKH finally with the cleanup. Dog apparently needs to get warmed up a bit. That didn't look too crisp as of yet. Nice shot by Anna indeed.
Yeah.
But here we go. Here is where the business gets serious. 5 AKs. I like it. And still many SMGs on the CT side as of right now. And indeed, they do go for an aggressive push down. Banana already again tried to get in close with those SMGs. Fire rate so high, super deadly on short distances, of course.
We talk a lot about Banana control, but what about T-ramp control?
Yeah, I guess.
But Shabby could be in a perfect position. He gets one through the smoke and Mush is tagged up a little bit as well.
It's a very comfortable start here for Sparks Esports. Of course they don't know that, but Nomex had to retreat from Banana since he is playing B by himself. Can't really risk it to stay close to middle there. Too great is the danger of a push from the T's. But that's not what is on their minds. Shot by Duty, good entry and a trade coming in from Magix after Red Virus gets a pick. DKH now, with a ton of work to do, finds the first frag, but that's all he's going to find.
And I think someone disconnected, or the radar is actually just showing a player in CT spawn that's not existent.
It's like a bot. We've had that last round already.
Right.
Nothing to worry about, and Nomex, that goes for him as well. Nothing to worry about indeed. Not really much to lose, only an SMG, and they can still fairly comfortably buy next round. Except Dog might be a little bit on the short side, economy-wise, but...
Yeah, but Namex could actually go for the
there's
AK
a juicy
save.
AK.
Ooh, I love it!
And that Molotov could be disastrous.
One will die for sure. There we go. Nice one. Archon is dead.
Should be actually quite lucky to stay alive there.
Yeah. Namex triggering his inner dosha. And with that, actually putting Sparks Esports in a kind of dire situation money-wise, because Magix only has a flash this round, and if they were to lose it, they would most certainly be back in the Nico, so nice one.
But still probably the favorite team still going into round 4. After all, Fragbox Gaming. Sure, they could buy up, but for Mush and DKH, it is only for Masters. But I'm not too worried, after all. I do believe the decision to go for at least kind of a minimal amount of utility is probably the right call. And Inferno indeed lends itself very well to play kind of close quarters engagements. So not as much of a drawback than it would be on other maps, I'd say.
Yeah. Archon stepping back on Banana. I wonder if the CTs have heard this. Doesn't look like the kit, because Mush is already rotating to B. The T's making sure not too much happens. It's just holding angles right now.
I wonder whether Sparks is actually taken aback slightly by the very early super aggressive playstyle coming out from Fragbox in the first 2 rounds.
Might be, yeah.
They are indeed taking it very, very slowly, very cautious approaches here, wherever they go. As they are right now are setting up for a B execute. Nomics, of course. Puts down Molotov to buy some time. That works out brilliantly. Finally, the smoke comes out to extinguish the flames.
He's still able to push onto the side. There falls the first one, but Mosh is doing a lot of work.
Wow.
And Dog as well as Red Virus are making sure the bomb doesn't even get planted. And yeah.
Dog, first orange is hit. Clean with his deagle, dishing out a lot of damage. Probably more than he really should have been able to.
Yeah, it was just way too much damage for a deagle there on the B-bomb side, but yeah, who knows? Maybe the deagle is in there. AK.
Big nade damage on the T's. Archon almost ended his round right there. Nomex spots. I think only one player in Banana. So nothing to worry about just yet. Dog sends out a flash. And most certainly listen for some footsteps as we see a frag go the way of Fragbox Gaming over to his apps. And
that nade could be. Never mind. I said nothing.
So close, but yet so far. That was surprising little damage, actually.
Yeah. It was just like 10 damage on Anna, right?
I believe so, yeah. Maybe a couple of hits of damage on Magix as well.
Sparks still pretty slow, but it looks like they will try to hit the A-bomb side. Red Virus is about to greet them here. Gets one, gets two. And with that, that A push is kind of done, except for the fact that Anna is just retaking.
Now, Magix's survival is actually very, very much paramount here. Of course, no chance if 2 CTs simultaneously are pushing you, and Mush in a very nice off angle there to catch up Anna in the end.
Yeah, and so far Fragbox doing pretty well. Hitting their shots, getting their rounds on the CT side. Not that much for Sparks right now is doing wrong. Maybe a little bit too cautious towards middle and Banana. Not gaining that much control. Other than that, it kind of looks like a default Inferno play so far.
Well, finally we do see a little bit of a fight going on for Banana at the beginning of the round. I do indeed like to see that. And we have a little bit of a standoff there towards top of Banana between 4 players indeed, 2 on both sides. But still separated by a smoke. As soon as it fades, Shobi and Dog will need to battle it out. Good support flash coming in for CTs, and Shobi hits the timing perfectly. Dog tries to fade away. Not quite able to make it.
Yeah, they do slow down, give the CTs time to rotate. Already 2-man back on the B-bomb side. Still 5 players towards Banana, so this push is still very strong, and here it comes. Push comes in, Namex only gets 1. Red Virus gets nothing, and with that they have a full side control.
This should probably already be a save for Fragbox Gaming.
Yep.
And as I say that, they are turning around and start to make sure that they will carry over at least 2 rifles into the next round. At this time, the entry on the B-bomb side looked significantly better. Good spray, especially from Shobi towards Garden.
Yeah, and that was basically possible due to the fact they actually, for once, contested Banana.
Indeed, it just denies so much information for the CTs.
Yeah. Although I think they might need to be careful. Imagine if Fragbox were to actually take a lot of control towards middle, they would probably lose a lot of room as well again, and a lot of information would go the way of Fragbox.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm just missing something like a default setup where they try to get control over banana and apps, and then decide on something.
Yeah, I guess apps control will certainly start to play a little bit of a bigger role in the upcoming rounds, for sure. After all, I certainly do count on Sparks either going completely the banana route, sort of trying to dominate early on in banana already, and keeping the pressure high for the CTs, to actually not go aggressive on other parts of the map, right? Because you can't really try to contest everything at once.
Yeah. So we'll see if they change that up a little bit, at least. For now, well, they don't really need to, right? They got 2 rounds already.
But this is obviously the very apparent danger here in contesting banana early on, because you are very much vulnerable to nades, damage, molotovs, and whatnot. Sure, you also bait out a lot of utilities from the CTs, but this peak right here over top of the wall in banana actually should most likely, indeed, trigger a rotation for Fragbox over towards A. But it might have been already too late. 2 frags go the way of Sparks Esports, and with that, the A bomb site already gone. And that's a done deal.
Yeah, pretty much.
With a FAMAS and a 2-man disadvantage. Actually, there's just no way.
Yeah, absolutely no chance for them to retake anything. And I think saving might be a pretty good call. Money looks pretty bad on the side of Fragbox. On the other hand, Sparks Esports can be very happy with such kind of an easy round for them. Being able to stack up a little bit of money, surviving with 5 players.
Yeah, they definitely did prepare Fragbox Gaming mentally quite well for that super fast execute. After all, they have kind of lulled them into a full sense of security early on in the rounds, up until now, basically. Sure, they have scrambled a little bit towards banana to gain some map control, but that was basically the first really aggressive round coming out from Sparks Esports, and it works like a charm, really.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see if it will stay the first. Looks like banana is contested. No fast push so far, though. There's just 1 player in the name of Dog on the B bomb side.
Love the coordinated double nade towards the corner. Many rounds have been opened up by a frag like that. But unfortunately for Sparks Esports, this was the round where Dog indeed was holding solo early on B. And therefore, the nades didn't really do all that much of damage, but you know who does damage is Namex.
Yeah, beautiful double kill towards middle. And I guess they're about to realize that the bomb is probably moving towards the B bomb side. Namex is gonna smoke off mid again. And there we go, 2 players towards banana. But we have 2 players already waiting for them, and I think this is gonna be a rough position to actually.
Yeah, those flashbangs need to be absolutely on point, and the frags need to come in very, very quick indeed. Dog rattles off a couple of shots. It will be Red Virus with the first frag, Dog with the second, and that's the end of the story for Sparks Esports in round number 8.
Nice entry there by Mush. And then Namex with the beautiful double kill.
Lovely move indeed. And that's exactly what you said, right? If you don't contest apps early on SCT, you just give the CT so much room to move around.
And with that, Fragbox kind of won the round.
Ooh, look at TKH, he's going down middle
Yeah, Banana guys
with
are
a mission.
aggressive as well.
It worked in the first couple of rounds, and apparently it works in round number 9 as well. And Shubi can't capitalize with his AWP. That's incredibly unfortunate. You would expect him at least to do some more damage than just to get only 1 frag. But of course with Dog and Namex already be sitting on below 20 HP. Fragbox needed to hit the brakes. Just a little bit, just a tad. DKH still lurking around in mid, even finding practically free frag onto Shubi.
Oh, bad timing there
Wow.
for Duty. That was unlucky. And I love it. You said it. They're so aggressive from time to time towards Midland Banana, and it seems to be working out for them beautifully. 6 rounds now.
Yeah, Sparks Esports not really set up too well to deal with that early aggression down middle and Banana simultaneously. And with only pistols, of course, Fraxbox would be ill-advised to go for aggression again. Long-range duels are the name of the game for them, and that's gonna be, well, I was about to say a nice little Kobe, but
yeah,
he was quicker on the trigger.
He should have just waited and see if the nade actually kills him. I mean,
I would have.
Yeah, you can always re-peek once
True,
the nade is
true.
exploded. That's pretty sad.
Fragbox Gaming, obviously, off to a very strong lead over Sparks Esports here in Inferno. 7-3 they're leading right now.
And Duty is on his way with the P90, and let's see.
I like it, I like it. Change of plan, change of aggression, yet again for Sparks Esports, but Dog's still doing a lot of damage. Finally finding Anna with the wild spray. Red Virus completely eats that flashbang as he turns around the corner, and that at least gives Sparks a fighting chance.
Oh. But Archon burns to death, and Namex already spotted one. I think the second player is known as well. Chevy is so low. No nade available though for the CTs.
And it is really up for Magix here to decide this round. And as he goes down, I do believe Shubi not going to pull it off, but who knows. The bomb also in a, well, rather unfortunate situation for Shubi. Goes for the basically the only angle that he actually can contest early on, and DKH once again through the smoke, reads him well, finds him, and Dog with that last bullet.
Yeah.
Taking another terrorist with him. Lovely done. Yeah, it doesn't really bode well for Sparks Esports to already go for the P90 push onto the B bomb side after 11 rounds. Or after 10 rounds.
Yeah, but this one looks promising though. 3 players towards Banana. It looks like they're pretty fast towards middle. But I feel like Namex has spotted them, because we see Dog is already rotating back, and they once again have so much control of Banana.
Yeah, and with slowing it down in that particular round, now I wonder whether they actually wait. Well, okay, there we go. Anna with the read. If that was a deliberate bait for the Banana player, that worked like a charm.
Yeah.
DKH instantly dinked. And should be indeed able to finish it off. Mush still. Ooh. Top of middle, hits his shots. Namex chimes in with one as well. And both terrorists made it onto the bomb site, but it is vacated. No one really staying. Everyone's covering the bomb for the CTs, and Archon really not in a very favorable situation there. With his Eagle, had exactly one chance to win that fight. And Chobi doesn't even get a shot off.
Beautiful headshot there by Anna on the Red Virus. He's kind of a backhand, so to speak.
Merge with the second instantly on the head as well.
So yeah, the boys are hitting the shots, and looks like Fragbox is hitting them a little bit better so far. It's 9-3, and Sparks kind of want to start to get some rounds on the T side as well. Otherwise, it will be pretty hard on the CT side, even though obviously it's a little bit easier to actually play it.
Ooh, Duty. Well prepared. But of course, we are on pretty much even footing. And to CTs, after putting down some pressure towards Banana, obviously already taken ups. But they are forced out of it. So that would be some room that the terrorists indeed could get basically for free. But yet again, Sparks Esports super passive. Incredibly patient, you could say, but also very...
Oh, that smoke is beautiful.
Very much giving the CTs... Wait, is that a full A stack for the CTs?
Yeah, I think they were like, alright, it's 3 versus 4. We need to take some kind of risk, so let's just stack A. So one player throws out the smoke, and everyone else just rotates.
Yeah, I can follow that train of thought, but I would say it was almost a little bit too early to go for that call. It must have been still about 50 seconds on the clock, I guess.
The bomb is not being planted though so far. Finally, there we go.
Fragbox Gaming still sticking around, trying to find a pick or two. Maybe having a quick peek whether or not Sparks Esports will actually allow them to come back into this round.
Yeah, but there should be no way for Fragbox to actually be able to retake that one. They do manage to trade 1-for-1, but that is not enough. Anna gets the second one and the third, and with it the fourth round for Sparks Esports. And nice one, even though it was kind of a gamble for Fragbox.
Yeah, I'm slightly gobsmacked actually, especially with the decision to try go for a retake. After you've already gamble stacked the A-bomb side, you'd assume that, okay, you go for the gamble stack to make sure that you keep your weapons and kind of, well, if they go B, then, well, so be it.
Yeah, I agree.
But after that decision then to go back and attempt a retake on B against 4 players?
The other thing they could have done is be a little bit aggressive on A, to get that kind of information way faster, right?
Sure.
Maybe take a peek down middle and then you already see if they're actually going A or B. If not, they could already start to rotate one player through Banana and the other 2 through CT.
It would have at least given them a little bit of more time to work with during that retake, but then again, I guess you can't hit a 10 out of 10, so maybe a little mistake here in the decision making of Fragbox Gaming. But let's be frank, they do have the rounds to deal with that, and once again, Namex, he means business. But there's one player already sitting in Maxi, so...
Ooh, yeah,
indeed, spots him, but Archon can't win that fight. And of course, instantly, CTs are falling back. Just play cool, play it safe. No need to keep aggression up and basically give up frags for free.
Yeah, but then again, the CT can just move back. They have no refrag potential towards middle. Like, he gets away without anything. Like, they didn't need any utility to get him back. They didn't, like, lose a player. Nothing. It's just like, push mid, get a kill, walk back. And that's pretty harsh.
Yeah, and I don't want to paint a too negative picture of Sparks Esports today, but they haven't looked incredibly on point with their late executes. Now, this one's a cool one, though. They do expend a lot of utility over towards B. Now, that fake gives them some time to play with over here on A, but there was a timer on that. Anna, important first frag, at least opens up the area. And indeed, it will net them a plant, and at least a 2v2 situation in the after plant.
Yeah, Red Virus and Dog, they need to find a pretty fast kill. One player is already in pit. And he will probably be the anchor against this retake. Dog with the peek now. Sherby still with his orb on site. And it's just a matter of time they find Doody in pit. Now he has been spotted. Doesn't get a kill, and Dog gets the kill against Sherby as well. And with it, Frag Box is on double digits, 10-4. Beautiful retake. And yeah, look at that. He just like...
Namex even checks instantly second mid, right? Because that's where he expects
you'd expect
the player
someone
to
to
pop
be
out
there,
from. To go for the trade frag, to go for that instant equalizer. But once again, it just doesn't really happen. And yet again, Sparks Esports in the after plan not looking too solid. The AWP on site, the AK in pit, I don't really... I'm a big fan of that. I would rather have it flipped around.
Yeah.
Yep. But it doesn't matter. It's all said and done. Archon finds the first frag in round number 15. Now, very important one for Sparks Esports, of course. And so far, it's looking fairly good. Mush a little bit aggressive towards Apps. Tries to find the equalizer. And DKH still holding down mid. A lot of terrorists that he's going to face at the same time. That was a little bit ambitious. And he will pay with his life for it. As Mush at least alleviates himself from the pressure of Archon.
Yeah, and Dog rotating in the worst possible moment.
Yeah, that's rough.
Moving around the corner, seeing 3 enemies, and Shabby takes him out with the Glock. It's just Mush left. And he has a hell of a job in front of him.
Yeah,
although it's just
an attempt will be made, but it most likely will be futile. Magic's up on the boxes. Should have pretty favorable fight. Well, never mind that. Mush taking it slow and careful, checks the corner.
Oh, and but once again, they do get the round, but once again they were just like fighting him one after another, just giving him a lot of 1v1s, and we all know Mush is a beast of a player, so that could go wrong pretty fast.
True, but it didn't. And with the 5th round, I have to say, Sparks, they keep it somewhat competitive. 5 rounds on the T side of Inferno is not all that bad.
No.
It's not the end of the world. You can certainly work with it. And should you win the pistol round in the second half, you're honestly off fairly decently.
Yeah, if you're able to convert the following 2 rounds, I mean, you're back on 8, right? So
well,
that's
exactly.
Fair. On the other hand, if you lose the pistol round, you do not manage to take away anything from them. It might very well be 13-5 pretty fast. So
yeah, and in that case, of course, you have a very long and arduous way ahead of you. But the pistol round is about to kick off, and 2 flashbangs and the smoke again as well for Fragbox, as it was the case for Sparks Esports. Good bit of utility on the CTs as well. Archon. Lone defender here over at the B bomb side. Already spotted one, and that's a lot of Glocks shooting towards his corner.
Oh, he will get overrun. Doesn't get a single kill. Magic gets one. But not too much magic there.
Good peek by Red Virus. Takes out Magic's and the T's. Well nested, sitting on B. That's a bit of a cheeky play by Red Virus. Being found out though. But Namex holding strong in construction, not letting any CTs pass.
Yeah, look at that. Beautiful push by Fragbox. And yeah, that's kind of like the biggest difference we see so far, I feel like, is Fragbox, it feels like they're more playing like a team. They're refragging, they're holding crossfires, they're moving together. Although this could be nasty as well. No kill Actually, did they just buy 5 nades and do 20 points of damage?
Very possible, but Archon as well just instantly double dinked Namex in banana. That must have been pretty annoying. Yeah, but the A-bomb side, of course, long gone for the CTs.
There's still 4 people around the B-bomb side. I like the fact they're not running in. They just hold corners and wait, so the T's are actually not able to buy up any money whatsoever, especially with those Mac 10s. They could give you like 400k? $400?
No, 600, isn't it?
600 even,
600
so
for
yeah.
SMGs, yeah. It's quite a significant bit of money, and Dog looks very much poised to cash in, but 15 HP, even with only a USP, that's a pretty fair fight. DKH now finally arrives on the scene. Zudi already waiting with a Mac 10 on his own though, and he will be victorious. No more frags.
Oh.
That was so sick.
That was nasty.
Love to see it.
I just had a thought. How would you think it would be if you actually, like, if you kill someone, you steal the money from him, you get as a kill reward?
Oh my god. That would, I feel like, unnecessarily make things very complex.
Not as complex as this one. Mush is just rushing the B-bomb side. There are 3 players around and they absolutely shut down Fragbox. 3 versus 5 now. Not a single point of damage towards the CT so far. It's just DKH left. He's around the A-bomb side. He's gonna get flanked by Duty pretty soon. So let's just go back to the money stealing idea real quick.
Do we really want
like,
to? I think it's a terrible idea.
I think it's a beautiful idea.
I think
like
that's rubbish.
It would change up the game so much. Like, imagine people actually playing different weapons because you're able to steal way more money with these weapons.
Yeah. Sure.
You're just
still. No, sorry.
You're just way too comfortable with the way CS works right now.
I am, absolutely. And why wouldn't I be?
Have you been one of the players like not liking Vertigo at the beginning?
No, I was fine with Vertigo.
All right.
Mainly because I wasn't really actively playing anymore.
You would have not been fine if you played it.
In the early stages, I think Vertigo had some major flaws, and
that is true.
They certainly changed it quite a bit, and with good reason, because the first iteration of Vertigo indeed was a bit of a shit show.
Beautiful kills coming in while we're talking for Sparks. 4 versus 2. Obviously, it's against an eco round, but
it's around. Nothing to see here. Move on.
Yeah.
Shows around number 20. But Namex and the Red Virus, obviously, they want that highlight reel. The Deagle one taps.
Yeah, Namex has been doing a lot of work so far. So let's see if he can do anything.
Yeah, now the smoke goes down. The CT's still sitting on 2, so they basically can't buy, well, the time of the entire round, really, with those 2 remaining smokes. And everyone from CTs actually is sitting comfortably, like around the bonfire in Banana, around the bomb. Not as cozy as a bonfire, I would assume.
Yeah, I guess Fragbox, they probably want to go for some damage a little bit. They do get 1 kill. Actually, they managed to get 3 kills. What is going on? It's just Studi left against 2. He will get a free one. And the second one, Namex is actually doing it. What just happened?
I am slightly tilted. How? Seriously? There is no way. First of all, what is Anna doing there with no one really baiting for him? And you're just way too late for the trade. You get instantly tapped away by T. Oh, it's a mess. That's a mess, and that is going to be heartbreaking for Sparks Esports.
That's a round you call unwinnable, and then you actually win it, and your opponent is just so tilt. If this were a puck, the CTs would start a surrender vote right now.
Well, certainly some of them would, absolutely. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm slightly impressed that Sparks Esports didn't just run down banana and mid everywhere basically at the same time right at the get-go.
Oh my god.
But it should not make any difference anyway, because Fragbox Gaming, easy as that, they open up the A bomb site, get the bomb planted, and won the round outright. Now Anna and Magix, of course, I'll have to sit and wonder what could have been had they actually played decently the last time round. Yeah, that was embarrassing.
They absolutely need to save these weapons. If they're not able to save them, I don't see any way they could actually come back from this, because next round's going to be hard with not that much weapons already.
Yeah, indeed, and of course, Fragbox Gaming, they will
9 rounds.
Do everything to get away those rifles from the CTs, and indeed they do succeed.
Dude, Namex is insane.
Namex is pretty sick. But then again, I honestly have to say, sorry, Sparks Esports, they basically give themselves up for the slaughter, so the emotions must be a little bit on the wild side on Sparks Esports. While on Fragbox Gaming, I'm pretty sure they are about as hyped as you could be right now, and of course another timeout comes through. Not quite sure whether Sparks Esports actually will be able to recover from this. It's absolutely massive, of course, 6-14. Fragbox Gaming 2 rounds away, and you're sitting to put the cherry on top on an eco round.
Also worth mentioning, this is actually Sparks Esports pick, so they have a lot to do the upcoming match. I think the best thing for them would be to just like kind of finish off with this map, start with a fresh ground, but we all know how it feels like, how your emotions get up, and you can't really just forget a map like this. Namex is continuing his slaughter, gets 2 kills. That's a free A bomb site. 2 players waiting on the B bomb site, and looks like not that much to do for Anna and Magix, except for the fact actually saving a P250 and a Deagle.
Yeah, sitting on B, and quite frankly this time around, well, I guess Fragbox, they might hunt them down just because they can. There's no real need for it. But you know what? Put insult to injury. End their misery, and there we go. Fragbox Gaming on a whole bunch of map points here.
Namex is so on fire. 25 frags for him in 21 rounds. That's more than 1 frag per round. And he's been popping off the last few rounds. 2K, 3Ks, 4Ks. And with it, they actually have 9 map points right now.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. And the way Sparks Esports, of course, have been playing so far, I don't really see them bringing it back at this point. Archon tries to go for the play, lets the first one pass, but will get picked up, and the CT's already mollied off in CT spawn. It's not every day you see that.
Yeah. Also, there were 2 Molotovs, so
yeah. It's a bit of a statement, isn't it? It's like,
yeah, definitely.
Well, you know, guys, apparently you didn't want to play tonight, so yeah, we'll be taking that space. Anna, first one out of 4. Leaves 3 to go. Might actually find the second one, but that flash was absolutely picture perfect.
So yeah, that's it. Fragbox pretty convincingly taking Inferno with a 16-6 scoreline. which is kind of surprising for me personally. I would have not expected to have such a crazy, fast and clear game.
More than surprised, I'm actually slightly disappointed because that matchup kind of promised more than it delivered so far, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So Sparks Esports, they certainly need to step it up. Winning the second map, yes, there is a chance, but as of right now, the way they're playing, there need to be some changes.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe they should just go for a 2-minute break, go outside for a second, and just like cool down a little bit and get into the second map with a fresh mind. And we need a fresh mind as well. So we will be going into a short break, and after the break, we will be back with DE Dust. Don't go anywhere. See you in 3 minutes.
Das gute Gefühl, wenn du bereit bist. Schon bereit, immer noch bereit. Bereit aufzustehen. Der Mut zusammenzunehmen und
fest daran zu glauben.
Weil heute ist dein Tag.
Mein erster Schultag.
Bereit, sich zu beweisen.
Ich kann das.
Bereit für den nächsten Schritt. Für neue Projekte. Und Möglichkeiten von der vernetzten Welt.
Darum reden wir mit unseren Kunden nicht einfach über Technik, sondern sagen ihnen, was sie davon haben.
Darum sind wir da oben.
Auch in einem Bergdörfli?
Mitten drinnen und auch da unten. Damit die Schweiz bereit ist. Damit Sie bereit sind. Bereit fürs Leben.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.esogaming.com.
Start your esports career now at play.esogaming.com.
There we go. We are back and we're ready on Dust 2, second match of today's first match. And I just quickly had a talk with our observer about that 2v5 Deagle round. Just to mention it again, the CTs had the bomb.
Yes.
The Ts had no utility, no armor, just 2 Deagles, and they actually did it.
Yes, somehow.
I have no idea.
Honestly, I'm lost for words. Not only because of this round, indeed, but rather by Sparks Esports' performance, like in general, on Inferno. It looked very disjointed. It looked as if a Fragbox completely from beginning to end dictated the pace and basically were allowed to do whatever they wanted. Everything went in their favor. Everything worked, and Sparks Esports literally never really found into that map.
So yeah, I wonder if they're actually able to just like cool down now, take Dust 2 as a completely new match, because that's what they need to do, definitely.
Hard reset.
Yeah,
that's the name of the game, and without it, it's not gonna happen. If you can't just leave it be, you'll be struggling, and this is going to sit in your minds throughout Dust 2 if you can't do that. So let's hope for Sparks Esports that they are calm and cool enough to just basically start their evening right now.
Yeah.
It is on Dust 2. It is on Fragbox Gaming's map, which is slightly worrying to me, at least. But then again, I'm allowed to have kind of that emotional factor to me, because I'm not playing in the server, so I'm just here to enjoy the show. And so far, well, at least from Fragbox's side, it was one hell of a performance.
Yeah, Namex hit some beautiful shots. Actually, everyone and all of them are kind of hitting the shots.
Yep.
Nice performance so far. And with everyone hitting these shots, I wonder what Dust 2 is going to look like. Like you just said it, like if Sparks is not able to do a full hard reset, I feel like this could be a slaughter.
It very well might be. I'm sure Sparks Esports, they do have kind of the mentality to deal with situations like that. Obviously, you kind of need to be able to do that, because if not, you're never ever going to be competitive in a best of 2, best of 3, even best of 5, obviously. And therefore, I do believe they can turn it around. I do believe they can kind of refocus their energy and once again join the server with a clean sheet.
Yep.
And hopefully, well, actually, let's put it this way. I hope this time around the sheet won't be clean, but it will be full of strats, executes, rotations, ideas, mid-round calls, adaptation.
You have a lot of expectations for Dust 2.
Well, I mean, yes, I do, obviously, because I know that Sparks Esports is a very competitive, very good, solid team.
They are,
and they honestly, they basically denied showing that on Inferno. So that was, I do have high hopes for them to bring it back and show us what they can do, at least on Dust 2, as kind of a redemption move.
That would be cool. You guys can also tell us your predictions and what you would like to see or not see on Dust 2 with that hashtag ESL Swiss. If you use it, you will appear right here, and we will see it and we will be able to answer it.
Sure.
Also, make sure to tag at ESL Swiss on Instagram as well as on Twitter. And we're currently waiting for one more player, so they do need the break, apparently.
Yeah, who is it? It is indeed, I believe, a Sparks player, isn't it?
Alright, and while we're just waiting for the last one, Red Instinct did in fact win the first map against My Insanity with 16-8, so no upsets there.
Nope. No massive surprises.
Yep.
Scoreline 16-8. Could have been many things, right? Could have been kind of a competitive game from My Insanity as well, but maybe something really
depends on the map as well.
Went their way. Map dependent, yeah. It's a scoreline. I was thinking about this the other day, actually, and I think that's quite interesting thought to have. Is if you, for example, as a casual CSGO player and maybe somewhat of a fan of esports in the CSGO department. For example, get up in the morning and check HLTV real quick before you go to work.
Yeah.
And you just have a quick overlook of the matches of the past evening, what just happened, whatever, maybe tournaments going on, and whatnot. And you see a scoreline of, for example, let's say 16-4, 16-11, and 16-14, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, to 4 and to 14, the story is pretty clear.
Yeah.
Now, I was wondering, what exactly do you kind of expect if you go back and actually inform yourself what happened in a map, ranging from the scorelines 16, let's say 16-9 to 16-13. It's quite interesting, isn't it? Because there is a range of a scoreline somewhere in the middle that is incredibly, well, basically uninformative, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of is.
And have you actually kind of realized, you checked a scoreline of a game and went like, yeah, obviously I knew that it would happen, and then you rewatched the game and you realized, bloody hell, that was absolutely not what I was actually expecting to see.
Yeah, we already had games like that as well, right? If you cast it and it ends something like 16-13, but it just felt like that team has been dominating so hard and should have won something like 16-4 or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
We had games like that, yeah.
It's impressive how CS has that quality, and that's basically where I'm getting at with that. After thinking about this, I think it's wonderful that this is actually a possibility, right, in our game here in CS:GO, because you have, of course, you have like these lopsided games that kind of are one-offs and they happen from time to time, especially of course if you have teams that are incredibly unevenly matched. But in all honesty, a game can go so many different ways, and the scorelines can be so very deceiving oftentimes, that it is incredibly cool to see how different matches can go out. For example, a 16-12 could have been a monster of a game, and it could have been, well, basically just one team failing miserably but getting lucky a couple of times.
On the other hand, you kind of have the same in traditional sports, right? Let's for example take soccer, where you have like a 1-0 score and you're like, oh, that was close, but if you rewatch the game, it was like, oh, actually it wasn't. It's just like the scoreline is not like showing what actually happened on the pitch or on the server.
A lot of the time that's the case, yeah.
Although you have like one thing that's different, which is in CS you do not have like a time limit of 19 minutes. So
true.
Which is beautiful because you can come back from a 15-1 in the end.
Yes.
And if you like rewatching, then you're like, wait, it's 15-1. How is this even possible?
You know, true, but then again, there is a point to be made actually about, like, for example, football. It's a very low scoring game.
Yeah.
Which continuously keeps like the high octane, the adrenaline quite high. So it is very satisfying in this regard, because one ball can be deciding and you can come back even after 86 minutes from a 0-1, equalize and go from there. So certainly ups and downs and here and there's, but in the end I think, well, CSGO, it's a much more versatile game, and I personally, of course, enjoy him way more.
I think it would be pretty interesting to actually have a time limit on the CSGO match, like
on the match.
Yeah, you don't go to 16 rounds. You're just like, okay, you play 30 minutes on this map. Whoever has more points wins the map. Like that would actually, I feel like, introduce a lot of stuff. Like you start to kind of rush in the last few rounds as a T side if you're ahead.
Yeah.
If you're behind, if you're ahead, you just start off camping your asses off.
True. Interesting thought.
Yeah, that just popped into my head when we like compared those two games, which is, I don't know, maybe it would just be so boring because you just score like 3 rounds, and after those 3 rounds you just play so defensive that you're just like sitting around and waiting, and all the casters and all the viewers would just be like, all right, it's gonna be a boring one.
Yeah, I guess there's a big risk of that actually happening in a situation like that. And you know what's another big risk? The ones Sparks Esports is under, because Fragbox Gaming did manage to win the 9th round, so they are already comfortably sitting on their favorite side.
On the CT side, so I wonder if they will be as aggressive as they did on Inferno. We are live with Dust 2, Fragbox Gaming versus Sparks Esports, and Sparks is gonna start off with a pretty short with a pretty fast short go, and Red Virus and as well as Namex are here to defend it. They do get 2 for 1, 2 for 2 in the end. Looks like they will be able to occupy that A-bomb site, but Mush is here.
And Fragbox Gaming already on the retake before the bomb even has made its way onto the A-bomb site. My good, where are my words? Dog challenging from long, instantly catches a bullet to the dome, and that takes out Mush. And with only 24 HP, Dog is putting up a little bit of a fight here. And still 2 players to find as Fragbox Gaming. Duty sitting in Gandalf, swinging out for the quick frag onto Dog.
DKH left.
Time's running out. We'll get the frag, but it is too late. No chance for the defuse to come through. You'll die, son.
Did he? If he would have gone directly to the bomb, it could have been close, right?
No, I don't think so.
Right. Never mind then. Close round, but in the end, Sparks manages to win it, and with it gets this 1-0 lead, as we see Fragbox instantly going for a force by 2 scouts. I love it. And the B-rush is coming in. There we go. Chubby is leading the charge, but Magix is getting the kill.
Yeah, Magix needs to help his teammate out just a little bit, but good second frag there to the window play. That was cool. And with that overwhelming aggression, of course, they will decide the second round just like that.
Ooh, nice nade. Archon is on 7 HP.
Yeah, good damage, but there's not really a chance to profit off of it. Nomex will stick around, might even have a little peek, and finds Archon in the end as well. My goodness! What a frag onto Duty!
Will they actually get all the kills? Yes, they will.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow!
Dog! Completely put Sparks Esports in their place.
Look at that from Namex. And then Dog. Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed. Now that was a statement and a half.
Yeah. And instantly, Fragbox going for another force buy. They do know Sparks is very low on money. They lost all the players, and
yeah, and I can't blame them. I mean, after a round like this, after this couple of kills, you need to ride that wave. Unfortunately, Mush already down and out. Nomex can't connect this time around. Should be still here though. A little bit too far. Ends it with the MP7 and DKH last man standing. Well, there we go. First one. And smartly save stack a little. I guess that's all right. Yeah, you can't go for highlighted plays every single round.
Yeah. But although Fragbox has been hitting these shots, they will still be down 0-3. So Sparks doing well so far. Surely they will not donate any more weapons to DKH.
I think, even timing-wise, Shubi will have a hard time actually. Well, never mind. DKH actually goes for the fight, takes the risk, and pays for it.
And yeah, the game finally settling in. Nikaran is gonna come in, probably. Everything else would be kind of unexpected. Actually, no, it's fine, yeah.
Yeah, but a quick timeout for Sparks Esports. Do you wonder that has something to do with the round that we just witnessed?
I'm not sure. Like, you still won it. The round afterwards, you lost just one player, so it's kind of fine.
Yeah, but instantly kind of threw away a round. For example, the first player going down on ramp was kind of, well, basically out of position quite heavily.
Yeah.
And they might actually have been on a bit of a too high a hype. And maybe they just wanted to dial it down a bit for a second.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, that might be true. Although they should know they're ahead against a more or less full eco right now, so probably nothing too serious in that timeout.
Yeah, that's true. And obviously this round right here might even serve as a little continuation of your timeout in that case, because let's face it, chances are slim that you're what?
They were so focused on that one player in top mid.
Yeah, and he wasn't really interested in holding doors.
And the B push is coming in. Mush has a nice position there. Certainly able to take on one player.
Molotov.
Yeah. And with that, the B bomb side is clear again. They will be able to get the plant, and the goal for Fragbox now will be to kind of do the same as they did in the second round. Take out weapons, take out a little bit of utility, and maybe even a knob.
Yeah, obviously Mush sitting still close by, listening for some footsteps, and will try to hit that timing maybe for a light frag. Archon has dispatched off his teammate, and he won't be tested. Everyone kind of starts moving around him. Well, at least in Archon, but, well, Archon, that was the wrong call, but jumps down into CT and obviously dies.
Yeah, Mush loves to take away this AK. Obviously, it's still pretty preferable on the CT side compared to an M4. But what's even better is a knob, and Fragbox actually has two of them in the hands of Red Virus and Mush. We haven't seen that much AWP plays so far, at least not on Inferno.
Yeah, it wasn't really necessary either.
Yeah.
Fragbox Gaming, they had the game under control with rifles only.
Yeah.
And the Eagles, of course. There we go, Shubi. Shubi was actually AWPing a fair bit on Inferno already. He's quite a die-hard main AWP. And is fairly good at it as well, of course.
Yeah, we saw him on Dust 2 already once, and he did a very good job. And Dog is getting all the utility. You can imagine, as Shubi gets the kill on Namex as well. Anna's coming in from short.
And that's exactly what they were waiting on long.
Shubi with his third kill. And just like that, DKH is trying to bring that AK back home. And I'm impressed the way Sparks Esports is handling this so far.
Yeah, looking much more composed. And it certainly shows on the scoreline. They will be up 5-0 on Dust 2 over Fragbox Gaming. Fragbox Gaming had a couple of pretty cool highlights, but so far it hasn't resulted in a round win. Therefore, Sparks Esports nothing to worry about, really. And at this point, their economy obviously very healthy as well. Good opening frag there from Shubi. And with the second one, and finds the retreating Mush in the end as well. And of course, Norpus Paradise is Dust 2. Always has been, always will be.
Definitely.
There could be another one.
Oh, let's see if he hits the timing. There we go. The
nice
kill
play.
on short. Redwire is able to save that AK though. I like the fact Fragbox right now is just waiting. They do know Sparks right now is just waiting. They do know Fragbox like to play aggressive. So it makes a lot of sense for them to just wait and let them run in.
You also they want to give Shobi opportunities really to work those picks. Mush. Wisely though. It's not gonna peek into that AWP as the terrorists start to move out towards long, where indeed no CT is contesting anything. And should they keep moving up, this might actually be a bit of an awkward situation for Fragbox, especially if Virus can't really put a hammer down and stop them from entering the side. Spots the first one, jumping behind the smoke. Not gonna connect him. There we go. Shobi with a sick shot. Takes him out of the game. Molotov goes down to a short, and it should be the round done and over with. I say should. Because Mush, I don't think they have to read on him, and there we go. Will be awarded with 1 frag. But 2 players already in position towards long, so once again, that would need to be quite an achievement with the Eagles here.
Yeah, Magic says no, gets the 2k, and with it the 6-0 for Sparks, and finally Fragbox once again able to buy up. Oh, what a shot by Shobi.
Yeah, solid work by Magix. Folding down the fort. And are we in for a trade? Is this a B rush? Smoke has been used to put out the fire, and in flies Anna.
Ooh, Duty, what a shot once again. Takes down Doc Doc. And it looks like Mush is already rotating back. Looks like he might actually go and save that off.
That is an instant save call,
Yeah.
yes. And you can't blame them.
I even feel like Sparks has read this horribly wrong, because Anna had a Mac 10. I think they thought it's an eco, that's why the rush is coming in as well. But it just works out like that.
Yeah, and you don't really question it.
Or
if you win the round afterwards. So.
Actually, they might want to contest the 16-0 from Mouse Sports against EG. Have you seen that one?
I haven't. And I kind of am glad that I didn't, because I always feel so bad.
ESL
if I see 16, if I see a 16-2-0.
ESL even uploaded the video as CS:GO speedrun.
Oh my god.
21 minutes.
That's some straight fire there.
Yeah. So Fragbox or Sparks is in for a challenge here.
Yeah. Maybe. They're almost halfway there. You know, 7-2-0. Double that. You get 14. Quick math.
Is coming in from Fragbox.
It says Box Esports there. But it is a technical one. It's not a tactical timeout.
Okay.
So apparently, while everything goes well, something went wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And if he's able to resolve that technical issue, I guess I'll try and continue to just do whatever they did so far.
Well, certainly never change the running system, right?
Yeah.
And it has worked brilliantly so far. Kind of reversed roles. Here on Dust 2.
Ooh, Namex luckily gets away there with the shoulder peek.
Yeah, I like how Shobi kind of switches it up with his positioning on the AWP.
Not too much action so far for the T's. On the other hand, we have the CTs pretty low on utility already. There's just one Molotov left in terms of blocking a path. I wonder if Sparks Esports will try to actually facilitate on this. The first smoke comes out towards CT.
And they're set up quite nicely for a Mid to be split here. Fragbox Gaming indeed though. With their combined focus towards mid, they are running risk of getting overrun. But Sparks Esports not quite fast enough.
Yeah, they're setting up for a retake already. 3 people towards A long. DKH gets taken out by Magix. What a shot.
Me.
And that's the A bomb side completely open. Sure, Namex is here, but he's taken out. Sure, Red Virus is here, but he's taken out as well. And yeah, just like that, Mush and Dog, they want to save their weapons so bad.
Yeah, that's more like it for Sparks Esports.
I wonder at which stage Sparks thought, well, Inferno might be a good idea for us.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Like,
but I guess it is not Hero there. So, still Dog. Has to fight for his life, but the rest of Sparks Esports will. They'll leave him alone. They'll let him be. Which is slightly weird though. Because honestly, the Magic's already almost hitting max money. So at this point, especially, not quite sure. Did they know they had an AWP on the Fragbox side?
Yeah, I think they did. They probably did because Mush was probably peeking mid doors, and I'm pretty sure he at some point fired a shot.
Could be. Not quite sure. Didn't really pick that up. But either way, I would expect Sparks to go for every single weapon in the hands of Fragbox Gaming, especially if you can comfortably buy for the next like 2 or 3 rounds even with an economy like that.
The economy currently looks like Duty's on 13k, Shelby on 12, Anna on 10, Magic's on 10.
Yeah,
that's like
it's massive.
Yeah. But Fragbox, on the other hand, obviously they can buy up as much as they want. They have a big losers bonus.
It is decently big, but you know it's still the CT side, so you kind of handicapped there because obviously you need to spend quite a lot of money. Nice frag there by Mush. Finally, the first frag goes the way of Fragbox Gaming. Now let's see how Sparks Esports will play from a man disadvantage. Magic showing some presence over in tunnel. That cost Fragbox Gaming at least a Molotov in the flash.
Yeah, and DKH is staying alone on the B-bomb side. He does have a nade left. There's another flash coming in. And 3 players immediately rotating. Also due to the fact towards a long or short, there are no steps, nothing at all.
Yeah, if Sparks Esports actually decides to just wait it up. Oh, that's an unlucky tag there from the fire. I'm not sure where the Dog was actually able to hit that. But the smokes are going to go out. Flashes in for the support. Molotov on back of side. And Sherby can't actually find the target. His teammate standing in front of him. That's very unfortunate. And there we go. Dog and Namex holding down the B bomb side brilliantly. And how unlucky was that for Sherby?
Yeah. A little bit too slow on the trigger. Not going for the flick and then taken out instantly.
But there we go, Fragbox Gaming. Up 1 round, only 15 to go. Never mind where Sparks Esports is sitting at.
Yeah. On the other hand though, a loss could be pretty crucial right now. Oh, Namex is missing the shot.
Oh, that's incredible.
He's actually re-peeking in a quite unfavorable position.
Bold move there, Cotton.
He was in the air there. But do they expect a third one here? Yes, Magic does. And with that, he's actually giving his team a huge advantage. It's 4 versus 2. I would have not expected a third player at all on short.
Yeah, probably not. Especially after, well, basically the second re-peak was already slightly questionable. They know 1 player is sitting on A. Mush just smoked short. Falls back to Car.
Ooh, they hurt Dog.
Yes, now it's gonna be easy pickings.
Mush the only one left with 37 HP. And I wonder if now they actually start to hunt him down. Do the
Oh, I'm
loads?
sure they will.
Yeah.
AWP, one man standing. They know he's tagged. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Mushto, at least he actually faces the right way. Go for the peek, finds Duty mid-air. And that obviously triggers 3 terrorists running towards spawn.
Oh, 11 HP.
11 HP. Get your pistols out, boys. Easy target sitting in spawn.
Arkham still
Self-flash
has
not
a
gonna
nade.
connect. Should be up. P250.
Beautiful round by Sparks. A lot of work by Magix there on short. Really opening the path for this round, and we talked about it. Fragbox now.
Yeah, they're scrambling.
Yeah.
They are scrambling for anything. Nomex dodges a couple of bullets in mid. And the CT's easy free real estate to its long, for sure, but that's just because Sparks Esports, they literally are sitting in spawn.
Yeah, but they've taken the rounds pretty slow, like already. The last few rounds have been pretty slow, and it's working out for them. So
Cool boost here.
Yep.
Over the smoke, I like to
Gives
see
you
that.
Kind of an unexpected angle.
Yeah, and massively underused, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's so incredibly effective, and I feel like many teams not really using it too often. Of course, there is a certain risk involved, because if you are found out, then the chance of 2 people dying right then and there is quite significant.
TKH is about to face 3 players. He's kind of exposed. Magix gets the kill.
Dude,
Still
Magix seems to be on fire right now.
Yeah, he kind of turned around his head after that first half, and finally it's working out for him.
Dog has a chance.
Sherby denies it. Mush gets the kill on Archon back, but Sherby once again on towards Mush. It's just Namex left, and he's in a 1v1 against
That's 18
Sherby.
seconds. 14 seconds.
Oh, Sherby's able to. Will he
Oh, he heard him running. He heard him running. That's the round.
Yeah.
Nicely done, Namex.
Catch me if you can. Namex gets away from Sherby and wins the round for Fragbox, taking home an AK. Look at that from Red Virus. Beautiful 2K. But still, Fragbox, look at their money situation. We have a FAMAS and even an MP9 on dock.
Yes, indeed, it is a pretty rugged buy. Duty gets denied. Molotov's off.
Duty actually dies.
And that was a little bit too much of commitment right there.
Was he blocked?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think he just misread the timing. And
Alright. Oh yes, please do it.
I like that. And should he go instantly for a push, this could very well work.
Never mind.
Sherby's
is
ready.
aware.
Yep.
Yeah.
Holds the angle exactly in the right time.
Brings it back into a 4v4.
Heavy mid stack, short has been good for them. Sparksies, but they will try it again.
Ooh, with a little bit of timing, there might actually be no CT on the A-bomb side. Red Virus is rotating back, but is it too late? Doesn't look like it.
Well, either way, he will be lone defender for a while, because his teammate obviously won't budge sitting behind long door. I don't think, at least. And Red Virus will try to go for a frag and needs to have as a priority to survive.
Ooh, what a shot by Red Virus. Magic goes down. But let's not forget Archon in mid. Did he spot Mush? I think he did. Now he heard him at least.
Oh, he needs to get back into safety.
Ooh.
Dog finds him out. Should be.
Oh, you nasty, cheeky player, Shrubby. Gets one, and this is such an important kill.
Sorry to burst your bubble. That was Anna.
Alright.
Anna actually failed to be out quite heavily.
I'm sorry.
Not gonna do much more though, as the CTs indeed will retake that A-bomb site. Fuse coming through. Fragbox moving to 3. And you start to wonder whether Sparks Esports, they are just slightly too comfy sitting on 9 here. I feel like they are slacking a bit. You see them in positions where they really have no business being in. But then again, it can be quite tricky to kind of keep your focus up all the way through if you're dominating so hard. Anna once again with a frag in middle. Nomex, that push didn't really work out for him. Red Virus with the re-aggression on short Archon. Prime position to deal with that. Here's him step. Just backpedals in the right time. Red Virus, with a little bit of luck, got away there. Lucky he didn't overextend. Archon, spots a play. Can't connect the shot there. That's odd.
DKH has so much information and he's about to backstab Archon in middle. Might even find 2. Yes. No. Never mind. Just one. Anna somehow survives that onslaught of bullets.
Yeah, Dog's still close by. I quite like that in this situation. Tries to contain the terrorists on short, finds one, the bomb as well, continues the wild spray into the smoke. And even gets a reload in time to find the second and the third. And that was a brilliant hold from Dog there on short.
Lovely sprays. Takes down 3 players and with it brings home the 4th round. That felt like, have you like ever fake thrown a ball to a real dog? And then he's like looking around, being like, "What? Where is it?" That just felt like exactly like it.
Well spotted. Should be on the AK. Still dangerous, as Namax found out. And Red Virus. Oh my! Oh, that's unfortunate.
Does he not? He does.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. Oh, the refrag not coming in.
Yeah, but not necessary either, because the B-bomb side, you know, it's, well, let's say it's going to be very terroristy over there. Mush. if they actually heard that nade hit him, and that's the reason why they shot, that
like
was
3
brilliant.
players instantly shooting at it.
Oh, that's
boy.
cool. Love to see that. Not if you're a Fragbox Gaming fan, though. Red Virus. Good.
There we go. Number 10 is reality for Sparks Esports. Oh, that was so unlucky. And yeah, just 1 round left actually. Sparks Esports looking good.
Very comfortable so far. If they can make it up to 11, that would be what you would call a very good T-side. On any map, really.
Yeah. It's looking good so far. Shrubby once again gets the entry. And Anna is being greeted by 2 players, but Mush just deletes him. Hits that delete button and Namex is here and we all know what he's capable of. Well,
that was a no-scope.
Yep.
That was a no-scope through the smoke. What in the world is going on?
Beautiful shots.
You know, the bomb's still not planted, and Anna, of course, he gifted an AK to the retaking CT, so this could be a bit of a game changer. if Red Virus can connect his shots. Not gonna happen though.
Oh, Magic's beautiful off angle by him. Good for one, and that was certainly enough to win him the 11th round. And yeah, the tides have kind of turned. And look at that no scope. Ooh.
Oh wow! I didn't realize it was such a distance.
Yeah.
I thought he was closer to the smoke.
No.
But I guess, well, distance doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you're lucky. Let's be real, because no scopes, they're pure luck.
Kind of.
Well, they're WP. No, not kind of. They're absolutely.
Kind of.
You can't, literally, you got situations where you can't hit a guy that basically fills out your entire screen.
But yeah, but you have to you have to feel it. You have to feel the weapon, and then it just works. Look at Simple.
It's all about that. Yeah, he's incredibly lucky as well as being one of the best players ever.
You can't be lucky if you just dominate the whole scene for 2 years.
Listen
doing
to me.
Stuff like that.
He is certainly an incredibly gifted player, but even they get lucky sometimes.
He just has a very close bond to his weapon.
Yeah, I'm not buying that. Sorry. No.
All right.
But either way, Simple MVP.
Simple MVP by our observer.
Fair point.
Yeah, kind
has
of
been a lot of times.
Yep. So yeah.
Not in the server though.
If you're in the shoes of Fragbox right now.
Yep.
What's your goal going into the second half?
Winning pistol, obviously. That's a no-brainer. Need to go from there. Not losing to full spine in the second round.
Yeah,
that would be helpful. Then obviously kind of get the economy working, get rolling, keep Sparks Esports crucially low on economy.
Yeah.
So feed them around here and there, that's okay, but don't really let them string together rounds. And well, if you achieve that, you're pretty much set for a good comeback.
Yeah, kind of agree. And I'd add one thing: don't give Sherby any orbs, because he's gonna wreck you. We saw him on Dust 2 in the very first match, and he was insane. So let's see if he can or if he needs to redo that as we head into the pistol round and what looks like a mid to B take, maybe. The bomb is moving around B.
If that's actually an A fake to get a bomb planted.
It is, but we saw this already from Sparks, I feel like, in the very first match day.
Well, at least Anna's kind of curious.
Yeah, there we go. He spots him. He gets one. That's the bomb down. And sure, you get the kills on A, but what do you do now?
Apparently, you fight duty for what feels like an eternity, and you still can't kill him.
Is he known?
He must be, right? Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure he is. Dog knows exactly where he is. Kind of keeps him contained, which obviously gives his teammates a somewhat favorable 2v2 situation here. Anna, though, keeps on fighting on the side, catches a headshot, and will go down in the end, unfortunately.
Surely Duty won't win this with 1 HP.
No, but maybe with 2.
Oh, he has 2. All right.
You know, USP in a pistol round, there's always a chance.
I agree, but
Red Virus, I don't really see him give that up. Plays a headshot angle as well. Red Virus is ready, misses his first 2 shots. Can finally connect onto DD. I was getting a bit nervous there.
Yeah, same. I was about to cry. But Mush with a beautiful backstab. And there we go. You said it, you called it. Fragbox is doing exactly what you said. Win the pistol, now on to converting that anti-eco. Looks like it's gonna be a B hit again, as the CTs are all rushing up mid and Red Virus is gonna be greeted by 5 USPs.
Yeah, if they can actually group up and take that AK away, that's not too bad.
Yeah, I agree. I might even go for more with that AK now, Sherby. unable to win the fight against Dog, and he's able to recover that AK again. Nicely done.
It's rough without armor.
Yeah,
you're still so incredibly vulnerable to those Mac 10s.
Yeah,
it's gonna be tough from the get-go, but nice try. Cool idea. Just push up middle, get the round over with, and who knows? Maybe there's something in it for you. Not this time around. Sparks Esports though, fully board up into round number 18 we go, and Nomex with still that Mac 10.
Gets tagged up, does not land the kill, but on the other hand doesn't get killed either. And there comes the B hit. Still 2 players are on the B bomb side, but they do get the frags. Actually, they don't.
Oh, he needed to win that last fight. Was good for 2.
Sherby and Archon left. The bomb has been planted.
It is what I would call a doable retake attempt. Not if Dog and Nomex are hitting shots though.
Oh, nice 2K.
If he just could get that last frag.
Yeah. That would have probably like decided the round already, right?
I would think so.
It's a 3 versus 1 then. Yeah.
Quick update to the Kings match.
Yeah.
They just won the first map with 16-7, I believe it was.
So once again, Tutti hits a no-scope again, and Anna is going absolutely insane with 2 deagle hits. And if pistol rounds are not working out, I guess you have to do it by just using deagles. And see, Tutti hits that no-scope again. This time it went right into the head.
Yeah, brilliant bit of luck there. Really fun to see. I'm not going to argue with that. It's really cool.
I know, but I just find it funny. It's
yeah,
exactly the same player doing it again.
Well, in a matchmaking game, people would say he's cheating, obviously.
Yeah. Begs the question, will you ever start to believe in magic?
In Magic or Magics?
In Magic, because it was Duty hitting the shot.
No.
Right.
No, sorry. That's, I don't know. I don't have the perception for Magic at all.
Yeah.
Never had, never will. Red Virus. Okay, finally should be
there he goes.
It was getting weirdly close actually to that bomb side. And a good frag. Open things up, and DKH so unfortunate that he basically ran past Magic set, close to that middle door. Obviously a bit in a hurry to get away from those flames, those pesky little things on the ground.
Yeah.
Really annoying to deal with sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
And let's quickly go to actually the results. Kings winning 16-7 it was.
7, yeah.
So
it's okay.
Yeah,
it's decent.
Nothing unexpected there.
It's getting close to that scoreline where you could actually see it being a somewhat decent game.
Yeah, I agree. But on the other hand, maybe if you, as an opponent team, you kind of like expect a little bit more, and then you kind of let down after the first map. It can really quickly turn into a slaughter, especially against a team like Kings. So.
True. I guess we will find out eventually.
Yeah. Will be our second match, so...
Yeah, don't make it a 16-0 and let us enjoy some of that as well.
So, Sherby once again with his up on the A-bomb side. It feels like he's made this to his home.
Indeed he has.
Oh, there are actually 2 players with just deals, so I wonder why they didn't save that up in the last round. 3 players with deals, actually.
Well, it's a Hero AK in the hands of Red Virus. And Shibi might actually be greeted by him in a second. There he is. Shibi with the bigger boom though.
Does get the kill, but he is on 3 HP. Archon though cheeky play through the smoke, netting himself 2. And Sherby again, quick on the trigger.
Another very important frag.
Yeah.
He's very low. If he goes down there on short, things once again are very much doable for Fragbox Gaming, but
I love plays like these.
Not gonna happen, and Sparks Esports secure another one to make it 13.
There we go. Fragbox now on an eco, on a more or less full eco. And Sparks able to bring it up to 14 already.
Four flashes. There is a chance to find a fight against a blind Sparks player. 4 times to be exact. Well, no one's going to be sitting on short though, so that's 1 flash wasted. Out into mid we go. Duty. All he needs to do is turn around. There we go. Spots some players. Makes the call. And Anna already under quite a bit of pressure from mid, but Duty turns it up, takes the fight and wins them too.
Just 2 players left. Looks like they're moving towards a short. But Sherby is ready to defend his home. First one and not quite the second one yet. Dog actually managing to get 1 frag. There we go, Archon's here. And yeah, looks like we do have another short quick timeout by Fragbox, I guess. Just to kind of discuss what they want to do the next round, because it is pretty crucial.
Yeah,
Otherwise
14-7.
Yep.
It's getting there, you know. It's high time you turn it around and you get moving on your T side. Now, so far, of course, you certainly try to circumnavigate Sherby with his AWP, right? And they should be aware that he tends to be playing A. And so apparently Sparks Esports still slightly troubled by technical difficulties after all they've just called for a technical timeout as well. So we might be here in this break just a tad bit longer.
Maybe.
But that's all fine and good because we could try to find out what Fragbox actually might need to change to make it work here in Dusty.
Yeah.
As a coach on the server,
witnessing
this game, what's your input? On the Fragbox Gaming side, of course. Because on Sparks Esports it would be, well, keep going.
You know there's a bug?
No.
All right.
No, we're not going there.
It's okay.
We're trustworthy, good human beings.
All right.
Here in this
Are
scene.
we?
Yes.
All right.
Most of us.
I don't know. Honestly, it's.
We'll continue in just a second. So
yeah, I know.
Hit us quickly.
Just like.
Got to be on the spot, you know. You can't call for a timeout and then go, well,
my timeouts go a little bit longer, right? So,
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe just like be a little bit more aggressive. Looks like they will be, especially towards the A bomb side, because Sherby has been playing on side, so you can kind of get around that one. And Archon is being greeted by a very fast mush. This time Sherby decides to actually defend his home from a different position as he nets 2 kills, 3 players on side on A.
Yeah, those 2 frags make that retake somewhat doable.
Yeah, and if they get control over A long without taking any casualties, they start to realize all 3 players are on side, and then that retake is very much possible. Magix cannot die there. Duty gets 1.
Good pressure now. Sherby finally switches up his AWP for an AK, flies up, Ram finds the first one and gets wrecked by the second one. And Mush indeed actually finds 2. Now he might win this round outright for Fragbox Gaming, indeed he will. Very nicely done, good hold there from him, and he will keep Fragbox Gaming alive.
Now still though, they did use a lot of money, a lot of people died, so we see a Galil and a Mac 10 coming out.
Well, if they keep that high octane gameplay up, it's not going to matter all that much.
I agree, and it looks like they will. No, never mind. It does look like it's going to be the B bomb side in the end.
I seem to be debating. They could obviously try to go for a pop flash and rush into side. But that is not what they will decide to do. Indeed. They'll test the waters towards mid. 2D now could hit. Pretty cool timing here. Spots just a slither of a player in Namix on the other side of the door. Rattles off a couple of shots. Dishes out some damage, but no funny business going on just yet.
Still pretty slow rounds. The mid smoke now comes in. Duty is still here. But Fragbox decides to actually move back. Might even go and take a long control. We see one player waiting.
Look at Sparks Esports. No worry whatsoever. 2D finally will now get under pressure.
Anna just gets one magic dice as well. And now it's all on Anna. He gets one, but is that enough?
Nope. It won't be. Should be most likely. He's not going to go for that either way. Open hands. Chances are you want to keep that rifle. Especially considering they are somewhat low on economy.
Yeah, true.
And obviously giving up a free AWP to the terrorists, that's not a good idea either. Now Archon sitting behind barrels or at palm tree, whatever you want to call it. In middle, nice little off angle. Should get a free threat. Never mind, he never saw that guy.
Do you know why it's called palm tree?
Yeah, there used to be a palm tree there.
Alright. Good one.
Yeah, you know I started playing CS in CSGO, right? So I've never seen that palm tree ever.
That's why I asked.
Yeah,
I knew that.
I know. Yeah, no, I know the story behind CS, you know.
Is there really a story?
Well, no, there isn't.
Right.
But the history, I should say the history.
The history, yeah.
Synonyms.
Oh, I love that boost.
Wait, what?
Have you never seen that?
Okay, now I'm the noob. No, I haven't.
Archon takes one while pushing out short. Dog takes him out instead though. Well, Archon did get one. And did Shelby actually drop his AWP to duty? I think he did.
Apparently, yeah.
Ooh, and he's getting a lot of information, and now...
Yes, and I want to see the Sparks Esports player go towards A right now, because you know there's no one in tunnels. Come on, guys.
They're still waiting.
Don't let that... Why? Yes, sure, Duty's holding the cross, but, I mean, it will be smoked. No doubt about it. That's a bit of a missed opportunity, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. There come the smokes. No way for Duty to get any kill. Ooh, as I say that, he nearly kills one player, and it looks like they will try to save that up, and maybe even the AK.
That was odd. I was absolutely ready to see the full-on rotate over towards A from
well
everyone.
They had control over mid and B tunnels, so well.
Interesting. And obviously they really didn't want to give up that AWP.
Yeah. Shelby finally has it back and he's getting the kills. He should be close to 30 already, right? Felt like he's been doing a lot of work with it. Yeah,
27. So 27 not far off. If he gets that in this upcoming round, Sparks Esports most likely will move up to 15.
Yeah,
Well, it's fine, you know. As long as he hits the 30 and wins the game, it's all good. Even if it takes a couple of rounds more.
There's also like the first time he's actually defending A from long and not from the bomb side. It's quickly to retreat to the car though and do the... Now here's 2 players. Ooh, beautiful flash from Sherby. Sherby misses his first shot though. But Dudi's here, takes out one. He definitely saw the second player behind blue box. And the question is, does Sherby want to repick the player on door? He does, he gets one. Archon doesn't get Namex though. Now Sherby needs to move back.
Oh, Anna. Easiest frag of his life. And Redwire is now poised to team up with his teammate on A side. And Sparks Esports, they will go for the retake, quite obviously. As Sherby in a very passive position here, deep in CT spawn. Red Virus will put out the smoke, but there is quite a significant gap. And they have nothing. Well, never mind, actually.
Well,
they don't even need to cross, yeah. What am I talking about?
Oh, Sherby, does he spot the player behind the car? This would be crucial. Players from short coming in. One flashbang it is. Virus gets the first kill. The player behind car is still unknown. And there we go. Shows himself. Gets 2 kills. And that's a 4K for Namex. To secure another round for Fragbox.
And I do believe it was Namex to actually make it out of A long alive. So good on him. And basically single-handedly. Yeah, okay, give him a little handicap.
Yeah,
that's
he needs
that's
that,
just fair. Sparks Esports. Deagles all around.
And we know what they do.
I'm ready for a highlight.
Ooh, just one, and Mush gets the double actually.
Yeah, Mush is not having any of it. The mini AWP in the hands of Sherby. Can he be as deadly without a scope as with one?
Ooh, he just misses that one. There we go, he does get one, and he knows where one is gonna peek in a second. Doesn't hit the shot though.
Yeah, dog with the wide peek. Sherby was holding a closer angle. Therefore, his bullet will not find its mark.
And Fragbox is starting to get really close actually. Just 2 rounds left to make it even. Wonder if Sparks Esports at any point might get a little bit nervous.
A lot of bodies once again committed to that A long take. And Mush has already made its way this way behind blue. Swings out and takes down 2 very unexpected CT players.
Now it's Sherby's time to shine.
Yeah, he can't go for that though.
Yeah.
They are close to being forced down to an eco, and at 14 to 12, no, you do not want that. You can't deal with that. And that, oh my goodness, Anna lucky to be alive. This time really 1 HP, and even dodges the bullet while jumping across towards tunnel. And there is already. It is quite crowded down there.
Fragbox doing good in hunting these players. They obviously know the money situation. And Mush is looking for more.
Don't repeat that. Let Archon do it the same. First one. Okay. Sherby actually dies to the flames.
And I actually did get one no scope on DKH, but yeah.
Yeah, nothing to rejoice though.
Yeah.
You lose 2 AWPs and I think it was an AK. Well, that would have made you somewhat compatible, competitive, of course. Going into round 28, and you would have had a chance to keep Fragbox from equalizing the scoreline. But now with only the Eagles, Sherby's not going to change anything about it. Namex finds 2. Might find Magix as well. Can't connect a single shot, it feels like.
It feels like Namex at some point just decided to stop being nice, gets his 4th kill, and please, dear teammates, let him get that ace. They did see him, and then I actually just moving around the smoke. Ooh, what a kill there by him. He gets a 2nd one, and Namex finally gets his ace, and I feel like that's the first ace actually we've seen so far. Beautifully done. Nice taps on to the heads.
Good composure. And only needed to bait 2 of his teammates to get the final one.
Oh, that's
fine. Okay.
So here we go. We're all even after a splendid start from Fragbox and an even more splendid return fight from Fragbox as Sherby gets the double on the A bomb side, and this one is crucial. You just don't get inside Sherby's home without any casualties. And he gets another one, a free K, and he's like, well, Namex, look at this, I can do it as well. As Archon actually steals his ace.
Yeah, but that's fine. I'm pretty sure he won't mind that. In the end, it was indeed kill 30 and 31. That secured them finally another round on the Spark side. For Sherby, of course, that is.
Oh, it's even a kill through the smoke, so...
Yeah. Impressive stuff coming out from him. Finally, it was quiet on the Sparks front for a while now. And I'm pretty sure nerfs started to shine through there.
Yeah, probably.
So how much were they up? Was it 14 to 7-ish something?
Yeah.
So yeah, quite a comeback actually from Fragbox.
Actually, this was the round we said Sherby is close to 30 kills, and since then he only did 5. So
yeah, exactly.
But he's back, so maybe it was just a short break by him. Let's see if he can actually finish it up. As Namex has an AWP on his side as well, and it feels like this is getting personal between those two.
Good boost. Information denied though. Smoke blooms from his teammate, I do believe.
Yep. Most certainly.
A bit of a skirmish going on over at B, but that's nothing more but a, well, half-hearted fake, I would say. It's basically just DKH spamming and making noise and telling us he's still on the server, because in the fragging department he was seriously lacking. Oh, Duty, absolutely not blind, and still can only find 1 frag. Archon connects through the smoke. Quite a bit of damage done to Mush.
But it's a 4 versus 2. Mush takes 1 back. It's Magix on the B bomb side. He needs to do a lot of work. He gets 1. It's just Dog left, and he is known. Crossing the door side, Archon gets the kill, and finally we can say Sparks Esports wins this match, and what a game it was on Dust 2 this time.
Yeah, absolutely. And goodness me, how lucky Sparks to have Sherby on the team.
Yeah.
Well, at least tonight, he definitely, for me personally, was a deciding factor. Without him, this probably wouldn't have happened, and Fragbox Gaming would be quite happy about a pretty sick comeback that they pulled together.
It was close in the end, yeah. So it was pretty close, and it looks like Sparks Esports with that draw, it doesn't really help either of these teams, right? Both get a map win, well, that's fine, but you also get a loss. So
it's kind of a bit in the nature of the game that if you end the night on 1-1, it's kind of a yeah, but
yeah, I
you know,
kind of agree.
you feel me?
Yeah.
But I guess certainly for Sparks Esports, they'll be super happy to at least
definitely
just get away with a win on Dust 2.
All right. So
quick break.
Yeah, quick break, and then we're
right
jumping into the game of the second game of today. So don't go anywhere. We will be back in 2 minutes.
Never fade out, and I just wanna be someone and never fall behind again. Just keep on moving on, never look down.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Look into your eyes, I see the colors of your soul, and I recognize every single line, every single roadblock. We are two hearts that beat in time. And the towers looking down all night, blocking out the sun that we need. Maybe we can change our stripes and colors. You're the only one I see. And it's taking all out, nothing at all. Trying to feel the night.
We are back, and we have a sad news. We have good news, and we have sad news. Carlos is gonna give you the good bad news, and I'm gonna give you the good news because that's how I roll.
Yes, indeed. Yes, okay. Just now, production confirmed it. Kings was so dominant on the second map, we couldn't even catch up to them, and we were robbed of our second match.
Yes.
It's finished.
It's
16-3. Second map. Yeah, that's unfortunate for Flying Hirsch.
Yeah.
I would be lying if I said I'm surprised. I'm certainly not. It was a tough one from the get-go, and there was a certain chance that something like that could happen.
Yeah.
You know, dominant first place on the leaderboard, facing up against one of the struggling teams. But it is what it is. Unfortunately, the story's all said and done. Kings steamrolled them on the second map, and that's it.
Pretty much. Now on for the good news. You still have us.
Yeah.
So we will still be around and just talk a little bit about the current season, just to kind of try to fill the program until we might actually have an interview from a Sparks esports player. So
exactly, we're trying.
Yeah.
We're actually trying. After all, it was quite a storyline.
Yeah.
I feel like that we've witnessed tonight between Sparks and Fragbox. So it was promising. Then it became shocking.
Yeah.
Then there was a hint of redemption.
Yeah.
Then was absolute dismay.
Yeah.
An incredible comeback.
Yeah.
And finally, I guess we're sitting on a 1-1 scoreline. Both teams picking up one, and really, indeed, a lot to talk about. Not gonna lie.
Feels like Game
it
of
was
Thrones.
it was a bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah. It was.
So now that we've made it to the end of this battle, of this brawl almost between Fragbox and Sparks, what's your verdict? Not necessarily what we expected, but kind of still it was. Where are you standing?
There's like one big question in my mind, which is, why did they pick Inferno?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's like,
you know, that's going to be the first question we would ask if we get an interview tonight from one of the Sparks players.
Yeah.
It's a rough one. It's a weird one as well. Not entirely sure whether it was misinformed that Fragbox might be shaky on that map.
Maybe
they felt incredibly confident. Maybe you know, there is a certain possibility, of course, that Sparks Esports, they were incredibly well set up for an Inferno game tonight. They had all their strats laid out. They knew exactly their game plan, and they felt confident. And then Fragbox happened, because there is a chance that sometimes things just don't go your way, and you can kind of start to stumble from there.
Yeah.
And if you stumble and fall, then you can kind of hit pretty hard. And I feel like this might be the story of Sparks on Inferno. Fragbox, though, totally different thing.
Well, they didn't look bad on Dust 2, I felt like. Like, remember the second round where they went in with just Eagles and actually killed the whole team? Didn't manage to get the defuse, though, so they did look okay-ish, at least okay-ish. They looked pretty well, but then they just didn't manage to convert those rounds. And then if you start to lose round after round and you kind of force it by every round, at some point you just like hit a break and it can go pretty fast, and you're down 0-6. They're down 0-7.
Yeah. Well,
on the other side, though, good comeback. Nearly managed to close it out. But
that was quite interesting. It felt like I was kind of waiting for Sparks Esports to close it down.
Yeah.
And just like that, Fragbox Gaming, they came completely from left field. Out of nowhere, really. They all of a sudden they were sitting on 11, then 12, 13, 14.
Definitely.
You know? And Sparks Esports, they didn't necessarily look lost.
No.
During all those rounds, it was still, it was an okay game.
Yeah.
It was decent. It was well played by both teams. It just completely went Fragbox's way for an impressive amount of time.
Yeah.
Good thing, once again, there was a guy behind a big gun with a scope on it.
Yeah, I think he's called Chubby.
Indeed, he is.
Yeah.
And you know, when they were up, what was it, 14-7, and we were talking about hitting 30 in the next couple of rounds, making it 30 and winning the game. Yeah, funnily enough, the round where they actually got their 15th round, finally in the end, Shubi got 3 kills.
Yeah.
So a bit of
kind of
foreshadowing going on there from our side.
Well, I'm telling you, this is like Game of Thrones. You remember when? Did you watch the series?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah, right up to season 5-ish.
I can't make that joke.
I stopped when it got bad. Sorry.
All right, yeah, fair enough. I can't make that joke. Then
yeah, you know I'm right. You know I'm right.
If you ever want to rewatch it, so I'm not gonna do it because it's pretty big. So.
I don't think you can spoil me. Actually, I'm
all
pretty
right,
sure
so
I know how it goes
it
on.
kind of felt like I said in the beginning. It felt like Game of Thrones, the whole series. So yeah, Shubi kind of died and then got revived.
I'm
just
happy.
Like Jon Snow.
I'm happy. Sorry, I didn't listen to you because I was watching that screen. Do you know what I see here?
Do you see a Discord? Yeah, it looks like we do have an interview.
Yeah, do you know who that is?
No, I have no idea.
It's Shubi.
Ooh, let's go.
Good story.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we'll actually be happy to hear from the man himself.
Yeah.
I wonder what his kind of his feeling of tonight is.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he has a lot of interesting things to talk about. Obviously, he was struggling well with the whole rest of his team on Inferno. But then again, Inferno, you know, it's not such a name-heavy, an AWP-heavy map on the T side, right?
Yeah. So let's talk with him directly. I think he's in our line now. Shubi, good evening. How are you?
Shubi?
All right, let's ask him again. Now he should be on the call. Shubi, good evening. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. And you too?
Hi.
Good, thank you.
Doing fine, doing mighty fine. It was a pleasure watching you tonight.
Thank you, thank you. Nice to hear that.
So, well, first things first. I have to ask, Inferno, that was your pick, right?
Yes, it was our pick.
So,
like it was in the top 3.
How in the world did you think that was a good idea?
Well, usually when we prac it or when we played it otherwise on other officials, it went better, I guess. But today we just couldn't handle their aggression. They played really well.
Yeah.
We did a lot of simple mistakes, sadly, as well. But at least we could kind of bounce back on those 2.
Do you want to talk about that one round, Dan Banana? You know, where you had the bomb and you were sitting all around it, and 2 players basically completely Goomba stomped you with the eagle. What in the world went wrong?
The thing is, we had a lot of utility, and someone of the team just said, don't use the utility, don't use the utility, just play Crossfire, just chill. And like everybody was just acting out and screaming and I don't know. And it was just stupid. I can't find any other reason for it. Like we could have just smoked it off, modded it, I don't know, just play safe, but we just goofed it. We completely gave it away. And they, as I just said, they just really played good. They had their deagles in control, and yeah, we pretty much messed up there.
Just like to continue in that kind of fashion, I wonder, what was the team like? Were you guys angry at each other at that moment, or or was there something going around? Because it felt like at some point the team just stopped playing together, and it felt like you just wanted to get over with it.
Yeah, the thing is, like, we didn't really like scream at each other or like, I don't know, insulted each other or anything like this, but it was pretty tense on the team speak. Like, we were pretty angry that we gave the round away like this. But we could, I don't know how to say that really. We tried to just get over with it.
All right,
like,
fair enough.
We knew we threw the round. We knew that we made a mistake, and you just gotta continue.
Exactly.
There's no point in like acting up about something like this.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, right? I mean, whatever can you do? At some point, you just need to accept it and move on. And move on, you did indeed. Dust 2, brilliant start from you guys. That was you looked like a completely different team.
Yeah, as I just said, like we just had to get Inferno out of our head, out of our minds. It's a new map, new game. The chances are open again. And yeah, I was pretty surprised as well that it went this good in the first half of the T half. The last couple of rounds we kind of gave away as well. Could have played it a bit better, but overall it was a pretty good surprise, I guess.
Absolutely, it was a pleasure to watch you, especially with the AWP. Absolutely going ham. I felt like we cursed you almost a little bit when you were sitting at, I believe, 27 frags or something, being up 14-7 or something close to that. And I'm not going to lie, we expected you to close them up in the next 2 or 3 rounds. Well, that wasn't the case. Did you feel under any pressure during the comeback from Fragbox, or was it just kind of happening and you didn't really lose focus?
No, like the pressure really was there. Like I really didn't want to give away the second map like this with that kind of lead, with that kind of performance. And I was a little bit shaking, I can tell you that. But at the same time, we knew that we were in advantage. Like we had the right mindset. Like everyone was just back at it in comparison to Inferno. But yeah, I really thought so as well that we could just close it out. We tried some other stuff, like some boosts on short, like some peaks there and there. But at the end, we just went back to the basics and we could close it out like this.
Yeah, I'm sure your double kill on A long, that must have felt pretty good, I guess.
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, that was yeah. I was just happy that both of them were just standing there with the nade, and yeah, I kind of gave off a scream of surprise and joy when I get the double. When
Fair
I saw
enough.
it on the
well deserved for sure.
So just to like continue, A side, it felt like A side is your home and you want to defend it. Is there something special about you? Because we watched you play on the A side on the very first match day as well, and you netted something like 30 kills as well, and it just felt like we choked around a bit and just called it your home. So have you always been playing on the A side, or do you kind of switch things up? Because right now it just feels like they put you on A and A is safe and that's just it.
Yeah, like I guess A side is my home. Like Dust 2 is one of my favorite maps. Everyone else is not that enjoyed about it or just not that happy about it. But I really like the map, I really like A long, but usually I was playing around mid because of the AWP. It's like the normal decision, I guess. But after we saw how it worked out, especially for me, we just kept it that way. Today we kind of tried something new. We wanted to try a new setup with 2B, 2 long and 1 mid. It felt kind of messy to me at some points. I didn't really feel safe, but to my luck, they mostly just came out long and I could easily get them, I guess.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Worked out perfectly well, and let's be honest, who can argue with results like that, right? So
yeah,
very well done.
Exactly.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Also big congratulations on the hard mind reset after the first map and coming back on the second map like that. It was a pleasure watching you guys, and I'm done with my questions. So
well, just a quick thought about your standings in the league as of right now as a team, right? You did come in through the qualifiers. Big props to that. Obviously, that's
Thank
in
you.
itself already quite an achievement. But now, apparently, you're here to play, right? So
Yes, that's our plan.
How far do you believe can you go?
We just took a look at the standings and at the matches that we still have to play. The next two teams are definitely not gonna be easy to say, at least. We really kind of messed up at the start of the season. We had a player break before the league started, and we really could feel it. We just weren't playing that good as we expected. But I really think that we can hold our spot in the league for this season, and there's gonna be a lot to see next season if we continue like this.
Well, actually, playoffs are still open, so who knows?
Yeah, but yeah. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
All right.
Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can well, if not right out win, you can certainly give other teams a bit of a run for their money.
Yeah.
And
I like to be the underdog, to be honest, because then you get underestimated. Then you can
fair
prove
enough,
everyone wrong.
but I can tell you that for sure. Going into next season, you won't be. So there's that. A bit of a challenge coming up for you, and certainly with the upcoming matches as well. I'll be happy to follow your further path, and maybe through the playoffs. Who knows? Good luck with that in any way, and very well done. Congratulations. I know it was only a 1-1 tonight, but big props to you coming back. And yeah, exactly. That's the spirit, right?
Thank you.
All right. Well then, also from my side, congratulations. It's a pleasure watching you guys improve week by week. And also, I guess, a big thank you for joining the interview on such short notice. That's really awesome.
Not a problem at all.
All right. Well then, hopefully we'll see each other next week again. And have a nice evening. Enjoy.
Thank you as well. Have a nice evening.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. So, yeah, cool interview. I love the fact he joined it, because that was like really short notice. Like, we literally asked him 5 minutes before.
Yes, we did.
No
but
idea.
I'm pretty sure he was also very happy actually to get the chance for a quick interview.
Maybe he was already queuing for a Face-It game again. So
could be. Maybe he was actually playing during the interview.
Maybe. Oh.
He could do that. He could do that.
Smart.
He would still perform.
Yeah.
Still, big props, of course, to Shubi.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Great player, great dude, and obviously tonight he was performing great as well.
So we're currently preparing the standings with the latest results. Obviously, Sparks Esports versus Fragbox went 1-1.
Yep.
Kings did net themselves a pretty convincing 2-0 win. And really the only team we're missing right now is My Insanity, because we're also wondering what they did, because they are short on games so far. And for them it was a big evening, because after this one they could either be on kind of on the top or kind of on the bottom. So
yeah, a lot of opportunities, possibilities,
Yeah.
and a lot of danger as well for them. After all, My Insanity, of course, a name in the Swiss scene that is loaded with history and importance, and certainly not a team that is fighting for, well, basically for staying in the league, but they certainly want to be competitive. They want to battle for the top spots and take it on and take it up against the big boys.
Yeah. So let's have a look at the standings as they just went ready. We can see that Kings remains on top. We already joked about plus 66 map score rounds. They're now on plus 88. So in second place we have Red Instinct, followed by Fragbox Gaming and Sparks. My Insanity lost their game versus Red Instinct, so they remain on 7th. Flying Hirsch now with map score of minus 60. One match ahead of My Insanity still. And yeah, it looks very, very close actually down there. We see Fragbox with 15 points and then 14. Then we go further down, Jersey Boys with 11, Flying Hirsch with 10. So I guess there will be some decisions being made on the last match day.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what we want to see, right?
Yeah.
Tense and interesting till the end. Of course, that's what we love. And yeah, my Insanity.
They started off pretty well. They did beat Flying Hirsch on the first match day, I felt like. And now they lost the game against Red Instinct. Yesterday they lost their game against Sparks Esports, so... Well,
it's a tough one.
But I guess we did expect more from Flying Hirsch as well at the start of the season. So Flying Hirsch winning against My Insanity losing against My Insanity pretty clearly kind of came a little bit unexpected for me.
So.
But after like seeing the season progress and seeing Flying Hirsch play, I feel like this is like a must-have win for them.
Yeah, for sure. Still, you know, not everything is written in stone yet. There is still a bit of movement space, I guess, on the table as well.
Yeah.
Only one, obviously, who's kind of really struggling so far is Prefu. Much more kind of a storyline that you expect from someone coming through the qualifier. Yeah. Obviously, not gonna lie, Sparks Esports, they're not doing them a favor, right? They kind of have the absolute dream run. Yeah. They come in and wreck people left, right, and center, and actually make it competitive and win maps and make them probably look worse than they actually are. I'm not quite sure. Have we casted one game? The first evening, I believe, wasn't it? Against Sparks.
Yeah, where they actually managed to get a draw. So
yeah,
started off pretty decent for them, but after that, well, honestly, on the other side, I'm not sure what opponents they had so far. Maybe they faced Rings and Kings already. So that's obviously something to consider as well. So
yeah, but then again, you know, you are in this league to compete with exactly those teams.
Yeah.
Right. You want to challenge whoever's out there and competing for that spot, and sooner or later you need to go up against them and prove your worth. And sometimes, yeah, it works out quite well. Like for Sparks, Frackbox. I mean, I'm not going to say Kings and Red Instinct simply because we kind of expect them to be up there, right?
Definitely.
And someone has to lose. And as of right now, it seems to be Prefu, Flying Hirsch, and, well, My Insanity if they can't turn it around.
Definitely. So, yeah, with that, we're reaching the end, surely. Next week, we will already be at the last match week of the regular season. On Wednesday, as always, you will be greeted by our lovely Romandie casters, John and Spirits. And on Thursday, we will be back with the very last match day. We're pretty much done. There's one thing left to do, as always. A big shout out to our crew and all the shoutcasters and producers behind the scene for putting up an awesome show. Do you have anything left to say?
No. Summed up quite nicely. It was a great evening.
Yes.
Was absolutely thrilling to see the one match we did see. It was a pleasure as always. Thank you from my side, of course, as well, to the whole team sitting behind the desks over there. I see you guys. Big props, and looking forward to next week as well, of course.
Yes, definitely looking forward. So stay healthy. Make sure to tune in next week again. Have a nice night, and bye-bye.
das gute Gefühl, wenn du bereit bist. Schon bereit, immer noch bereit. Bereit. Bereit aufzustehen. Den Mut zusammenzunehmen und
Fest daran zu glauben.
weil heute ist dein Tag.
Mein erster Schultag.
Bereit, sich zu beweisen.
Ich kann das.
Bereit für den nächsten Schritt. Für neue Projekte. Und die Möglichkeiten der vernetzten Welt.
Darum reden wir mit unseren Kunden nicht einfach über Technik, sondern sagen ihnen, was sie davon haben.
Darum sind wir da oben.
Auch in einem Bergdörfli?
Mit drinnen und auch da unten. Damit die Schweiz bereit ist. Damit Sie bereit sind. Bereit fürs Leben.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
La sensation d'être prêt. Déjà prêt, toujours prêt. Prêt? Prêt à se lever, à prendre son courage à deux mains et...
Croire dur comme fer.
Aujourd'hui, c'est ton jour.
Mon premier jour d'école.
Prêt à relever le défi.
Ça, j'arrive.
Prêt pour la prochaine étape. Pour de nouveaux projets et pour les possibilités d'un monde connecté.
C'est pour ça qu'avec nos clients, on ne parle pas que de technique. On leur dit aussi ce qu'elle leur apporte.
Parce que nous sommes là-haut,
Jusqu'au village les plus reculés,
à tous les niveaux et tout en bas, pour que la Suisse soit prête. Pour que vous soyez prêts. Prêts pour la vie.
Came from the darkest regions, wrapped in a cloak of light. Minus the focus heights, I'm trying to get my opens right. Throw my doubts aside, I climb the mountainside. And when I reach the peak, the view I see will not be flat. Feel the pressure, but it's relative to the man I measured. No time for hesitation, finally time to step up. And when you're feeling deep in your bones and it's on you're fed up, you're close to the glass ceiling, keep it hooked up. See your dreams as a goal, that's how I'm seeing mine. Achieve my full potential, let all of the demons pre my shine.
You ready? Huh? Hey, he's a good boy. Huh? You ready? Huh?
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
Never be the same, and as long as you are mine, come on and run away. We wanna run away. We don't need any reasons, baby. Leave it all for the faded hearts. I don't mind if they call us crazy, 'cause they don't understand what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. We're no kids no more. I need to feel alive in this dreadful town. I'm running out of time, and as long as you're mine, I wanna run away. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after.
Damn, you know I got it.